Hey guys, this is Floyd Tucker with Dream Simplicity. I'm here with the Executive Vice President for Brainshark, Dave Fitzgerald. How you doing?
Good afternoon. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too, definitely. I had a couple questions for you. Talking about Brainshark, you guys are selling a platform for online presentations, correct? Okay. And I'm just wondering, maybe you could talk a little bit about what it is and then how it's utilized to benefit both sales and marketing departments.
Good question. Good question. It's relatively straightforward. There's only two ways to communicate in business: live, what we're doing now, and on demand. So Brainshark produces a platform for on-demand communications. So this is a rich media presentation, a video, a PowerPoint with voiceover, whatnot, that you can send out to your audience, and Brainshark will track who viewed it, for how long, and when. And then you can take various follow-up actions. So companies use Brainshark presentations for distant learning and training. Companies use Brainsharks for demand generation, generating leads, sending out little infomercials. So a lot of different use cases for on-demand communications in the business world.
And I'm wondering, this is something that I think more and more people will get behind as we move forward, but why do you think it is that some companies are not utilizing this type of rich media as of right now when trying to communicate with their clients?
It's largely awareness. I think the challenge for business people to create rich media is very daunting. There are not many people that can do a professional setup like this and shoot video and do the interviews. It's a very expensive process, and as a result, you can only throw so much money at that type of rich media. So the Brainshark platform allows the average business person to quickly create rich media content. It costs about an on-demand presentation costs about 10% of what a live presentation. So live presentations could be training. Right, so I send travel representatives out to the field to do training, and I look at the cost of that over the period of 3 months, 6 months, a year. Let's say I throw $100,000 at that to do that type of training. In Brainshark, you can do it for 10% of that, $10,000. Or marketing campaigns for $200,000, we can do that for 10% of that cost. So a big factor in why people are doing this is its cost. Live communications are very, very expensive.
Right. And I mean, when we're talking about the bottom line for these businesses and cutting costs, maybe you can talk a little bit about what some of the other case uses for these presentations with Brainshark are.
Well, probably one of the biggest ones is sales enablement, where you have salespeople spread all around the country, all around the world, in different time zones and different languages. So it's a daunting challenge to try to communicate with them everything about your products and services, the products they sell, the competition. How do I train 600 salespeople scattered all around the world? Fly them all into Boston? That's a very, very expensive proposition, and it's a one-shot deal. And a lot of training is done like that, and we even have expressions for it. When all those people come in, and we fire hose them with information, and it goes in one ear and out the other, and they don't retain it. And then they fly home to London and try to go out and sell something. So sales enablement is a big application, demand generation, human resource communications with employee bases. We have a lot of large companies, some of the biggest companies in the world, Bank of America, Citibank, Fidelity, where they have to communicate with thousands of employees. You can't say, everybody, stop what you're doing at 2 o'clock and come on down to the cafeteria. It doesn't work. So there are a number of varying use cases across the entire business. A new one that we've just recently launched is our channel solution, where large technology companies, medical instrumentation companies, financial services companies, where they sell their products through brokers and dealers and networks. Most products and services in the world are sold through third parties: brokers, dealers, distributors, value-added resellers. So a big challenge is, how do I train these third parties on what these products and services are that they're reselling? I can't snap my fingers and have them fly to the corporate office. They say, hey, we're not going to pay the freight on that. So we've set up a whole solution to allow us to train onboard partners, do demand generation for them, and make them successful to sell more products and services.
Wonderful. Well, Dave, I have one more question for you. Being here at Sales 2.0 conference in Boston, I'm wondering, what are some of the benefits that you've seen being a partner with a conference like this?
There is a lot of technology in the world available to us. I think just in the Salesforce community, there's 923 app exchange integration, software packages that tie into Salesforce. And outside of Salesforce, there's probably double that amount. So thousands of technology products, and I think people are overwhelmed with the numbers of opportunities to pick from. And I think conferences like this allow a lot of the sales and marketing professionals to get together and discuss their respective businesses and what technologies might enhance their sales and marketing operations. So it's a very great forum for information sharing.
Well, Dave Fitzgerald, the Executive Vice President with Brainshark, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you for it.